Die Verteidigungslinie gerät stark unter Druck.
A breach appears in the defensive line. Assault units begin to breach the first defensive line.
Covering fire maintains continuous pressure on the forward defensive line. Armor breaches the front line, opening the way for deeper advance.
The battle enters its decisive phase.
Armored units, begin direct engagements.
The first shots are exchanged at dangerous close range.
Infantry utilizes the steel armor as a mobile shield. North Africa, October 1942. One of the decisive battles of the Desert Campaign is about to begin.
In the silent hours before dawn, units prepare for an offensive that will change the course of the Desert War.
Armored units begin their engines, preparing to enter the minefields ahead. Every movement must be precise, down to the second, before the attack begins. Infantry begins to approach the first line of defense. Ahead of them lie dense minefields, laid over many months. The attack has been detected!
Armored units, begin to move into the newly cleared minefield lane.
Enemy machine gun positions, open fire! Covering fire allows trailing units to push forward. Artillery begins to clear the path for the main assault.
Armor begins to bombard the forward defensive positions.
Anti-tank positions, quickly return fire. Infantry units advance in short bounds under intense fire. The distance to the enemy's defensive line is rapidly closing. The engagement enters dangerous close quarters.
Tank direct fire aims to clear a path for the infantry to close in.
Assault units begin to close in on the first line of defense. Defensive fire continues to maintain a dangerous distance. The moment of assault has arrived. Assault units cross open ground under direct fire. They have reached the first line of defense.
Combat shifts to ranges of just a few tens of meters.
Armor pushes forward to provide direct support at the front line. Armor pushes forward to provide direct support at the front line.
Die Verteidigungslinie gerät stark unter Druck.
A breach appears in the defensive line. Assault units begin to breach the first defensive line.
Covering fire maintains continuous pressure on the forward defensive line. Armor breaches the front line, opening the way for deeper advance.
The battle enters its decisive phase.
Armored units, begin direct engagements.
The first shots are exchanged at dangerous close range.
Infantry utilizes the steel armor as a mobile shield.
Defensive fire has not yet been suppressed.
The defensive line begins to be penetrated.
The intensity of fire reaches its peak.
Intensity of fire reaches its peak.
Even amidst the fighting, medical teams operate continuously.
Tank fire continues to clear the path for the infantry.
The next line of defense begins to crumble.
Dawn gradually breaks over the El Alamein battlefield.
Assault units begin to move into the rear area of the defensive line.
Remaining pockets of resistance have not yet been completely silenced.
The order to advance continues to be relayed. Right then, forward! Move, move, move! Keep the pace steady! The order to advance continues to be relayed.
The units scout the area before pushing deeper.
Units quickly consolidate their newly captured positions.
Medical teams begin evacuating the wounded from the front line.
Armor holds its position, providing cover for trailing units. Units sweep the front line after the assault.
Dawn reveals the outcome of many hours of fierce combat.
New control lines are quickly established.
Tank fire quickly suppresses the resistance pocket.
The combat area is secured for safety.
Headquarters, this is Victor 1. The objective is secure. Repeat, the objective is secure. All positions held. Over.
Units quickly regroup to assess their strength.
Supplies are rapidly brought up to prepare for the next phase of advance.
Vehicles are quickly inspected before continuing their mission.
The offensive is not stopping. The campaign continues.
Having secured the position, units continue to push forward.
The traces of battle remain behind the advancing front.
A new front line is formed after hours of fighting.
Dawn marks the changing tide of the desert battlefield.
The initial hours of the El Alamein offensive have opened a turning point in the North African campaign. The advance continues, pushing past the newly captured front line.
The once fortified defensive line has been breached.
Dawn reveals the outcome of many hours of fierce combat.
A new front line is established, paving the way for further advances.
The initial hours of the offensive have changed the landscape of the North African battlefield.
The Battle of El Alamein marks a decisive turning point in the North African campaign of World War II.